when I think of the term, I think of Maslow and his hierarchy of needs. You know, you have to do the basics like safety and food and shelter and so on, and you have to get those done. And if you're not doing those things, then you can't deal with, you know, in his case, transcendence is the highest form of, you know, growing as a person. And I think in business, that applies the same way. When you're doing things in business, you have to make sure your revenue, your profit, your people, your customers, they're all taken care of. Once you get to that stage, and in my case, I actually got to that stage a couple of times. I tried to get to that stage in my career after being in a role and figuring, you know, I had done this pretty well and I understood it pretty well. I'm going to try something really big to change things, to raise the bar and the objectives. And that's a form of transcendence in my mind. Because it does apply a lot of the things that you've learned in a lot of business and leadership skill to do that. But the one that I'm really most proud of is when I was the head of operations for this large organization. Things were running well. I had really formed a group of great leaders underneath me, and you know, they all were really doing their things very well. And this transcendence point said, okay, what would really make a difference for the country? Not only for, you know, my organization. In fact, what would be really great for the country in terms of sustainability and indigenous rights and you know, trying to do things with charitable organizations, but really raise the goal of innovation in Canada, which I think was lacking in my mind at the time. And really, we pulled together something very, very big. Took a lot of risk. And by the way, you know, you haven't achieved transcendence because you think you have. It's quite a risk to say, okay, let's try on something big while I hope everything here is working. And that's where you have to take this lofty goal and really try to, in my mind, take it to another level. You have to earn the right. That's the bottom line. You have to have learned other skills. You have to have done the right thing at the basics. And then I really encourage people, because if you can do these transcendent kind of things, they're the things that are the most impactful and the things you remember the most.